Senator Amy, showing
Opo,
yung...
sir. Paimbestigahan daw.
Opo,
Yes.
investigate.
Yan naman si balat kayo lang yun. Ginagamit lang yan ng mga marino.
Naku po mga kabayan, Attorney Sal Panelo, sinabihang nagbabalat kayo lamang etong si Amy Marcos at ginagamit lamang itong si BP Sara at ang mga issue ngayon no para lang sa pansariling interes. Mga babayan, itong si Attorney Sal mula pa naman noon hindi na ho yan sang-ayon dito kay Amy Marcos at lalong-lalo na dito sa mga Marcoses. Dahil mga kababayan para kasi kay Attorney Sal etong ginagawa nitong si Amy para sa pansariling interes niya lamang at sa pamilya niya, no? Kumbaga mga kababayan, talagang kinukuha niya, ginagamit niya si BP Sara nang makuha ang simpatya ng tao para kahit papano maidala ulit niya yung kanilang apelido. Pero hindi ho nakukuha sa ganyan si Attorney Sal mga kababayan. Kumbaga napakatalas ho ng kumbaga magaling ho siyang kumilatis ng tao, no? At kilalang-kilala niya na yung mga katulad nitong si Amy Marcos. Pero mga kabayan, bago natin na talakayin yan, no, itong mga naging pahayag nitong si Attorney Sal Panelo, papasadahan muna natin. Itong video ito, no. Kilala nyo ba si Regina Lai, mga kababayan? Itong kupal na anchor na to, no. Hindi ko ho alam kung ang karir nito ay news anchor o taga-depensa nitong mga nasasangkot ngayon sa issue, no. Tulad na lamang ho na itong sa una nating video. Itong in-interview niya itong si Attorney Baligod. Mapapansin nyo dito mga kababayan, nagtatanong siya kay Attorney Baligod, pero pag sumasagot si Attorney Baligod, binabara niya agad. Meron ho agad siya meron ho siya agad response, no? Kumbaga mga kababayan, ang dating yung tanong niya, siya rin hong sumasagot. Pag sinasagot naman ho siya, neto nga ini-interview niya, may mga banat ho siya agad, no? Kumbaga mga kababayan, tulad na lang itong si Bongbong Marcos. Dito kasi mga kababayan, may natanong siya dito tungkol kay Attorney Baligod, no? Tapos, nung sinagot naman siya ni Attorney Baligod, puro pagdidepensa naman itong ginagawa nitong news anchor na to. Ito feeling ko mga kababayan, hindi yan sa feeling, no? Alam naman natin, itong mga mainstream media, talagang bayaran talaga itong mga kababayan. Wala ho tayong maaasahan sa ganito sa mga mainstream media. Tignan nyo naman itong si Regina Lai, mga kababayan. Talagang napakahalata ho na napaka-bias niyang news anchor. Ito mga kababayan, papapanood ko sa inyo, no, yung naging interview niya dito kay Attorney Baligod. At talagang mapapasabi kayo na itong si Regina Lai parang naging defense lawyer na nitong mga nasasangkot sa issue ngayon, no?
You know, attorney,
Sir.
it sounds like a lot of this information that you're holding on to is second-hand and third-hand, in some cases. Can I just ask what is your motivation here? Because all of a sudden, you hold this press conference alleging serious wrongdoing. We've yet to see some evidence, and I'm also just wondering what was your original motivation here? You said you only met the 18 gentlemen in October of last year and started building this case. So paano po kayo nasama dito?
You know, ma'am, you cannot label the information they have as second-hand or third-hand.
No, your
because
information is second-hand. Kasi we were asking you
personal
about...
witnesses po sila.
Yes.
Kita nyo yung ginawa niya itong si Regina Lai, mga kababayan? Tinanong niya si attorney, ngayong sumagot, hindi niya nagustuhan ata ang sagot ni attorney. Tingnan niyo naman ang sinasabi niya, mas magaling pa siya sa lawyer. Diba? Diyan pa lang mga kababayan, makikita mo na kung anong klaseng anchor itong si Regina Lai. Interviewer ka, kailangan patapusin mo ang opinion ng ini-interview mo. Hindi yung magsasalita pa lang, babarahin mo na agad, sisegundahan mo na agad yung tanong mo. Na para bang pinagtatanggol mo pa yung mga nasasangkot. Apakakupal mo naman, Regina Lai.
But they only told you, wala ka naman talaga doon, right? That's the definition of second-hand, sir. You
But
weren't there.
I did not execute the affidavit. They were the ones who execute the affidavit.
Correct. Yes, they executed, then they told you about all of these things. So your information is second-hand, not their information. So that's what I was asking you. What is your involvement here?
I think you misunderstood the rules on evidence, ma'am. But nevertheless,
Deserve. Nasupalpal ka tuloy ngayon ni attorney. Mas magaling ka pa kasi sa attorney, Regina Lai Hindi mo muna kasi patapusin ang explanation niya, agad-agad sumasawsaw ka. O ngayon, anong napala mo? Nasupalpal ka ngayon.
What do I
want
not
to
understand
argue
about the
with you.
rules of evidence?
Yes.
What do I not understand about the rules of evidence?
For describing their statement or my statement as second-hand.
It's not secondhand. You weren't there, right? As you said, you
Pambihira talaga to si Regina Lai, mga kababayan. Talaga nga nakakainit ng ulo, ano? Hindi niya nakalimutan niya ata na interviewer siya, hindi siya interrogator. Dapat Regina Lai, inaantay mong matapos ang sagot ng iyong ini-interview, hindi yung pag hindi mo nagustuhan ang sasabihin niya, inaaway mo ng ganyan. Hindi ka naman interrogator, interviewer ka. Ang bihira talaga itong news anchor na to.
yourself said you weren't there when all of these things were going on, when they were withdrawing the money, giving the money to somebody else. They were all told to you.
Do you know the meaning of independently relevant statement?
Okay, so that's what I'm also trying to get at. What is your involvement here? Bakit kayo nasama dito? You're not a prosecutor. You're not. Are you a lawyer for some of these Marines?
Alam nyo, ma'am, bilang isang Pilipino, meron akong obligasyon na mahanap natin ang katotohanan at katarungan dito sa pagnanakaw ng pera sa kabad ng bayan.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. We are also trying to get to the bottom of things. Oo, kami din.
You asked about my motivation, no? Alam niyo po, noong 2013, ang advocacy ko ay anti-corruption at ako ang nag-expose sa PDAF scam. And Ben Harloy was one of my witnesses. Kinasuhan ko ang 14 na senador, 198 na congressmen at 5 cabinet secretaries.
Okay, yeah.
Pangalawa, yung mga pag-aabuso ni Teves sa Negros. Halos 1 taon po akong pabalik-balik sa Negros kasi walang matakbuhan ang mga biktima ng patayan doon. Ngayon po, nakita ko kung paano trinato si Gutesa. At meron akong obligasyon na tumulong para malaman natin ang katotohanan. You ask about my motive, that is my motive.
I don't
Gusto
understand.
kong makaambag sa paghahanap ng katarungan.
I don't understand what you mean when you say with how they treated Gutesa sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. We all watched the hearings. In fact, si Senator Lacson wanted him to come back and to give them more details, diba? Kaya lang siya mismo yung nawala. He disappeared. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean by how they treated Gutesa and why you're making it sound like he was treated very badly.
Madam, hindi mo talaga maiintindihan kung bias ka. Natural, sasabihin mo na ito, pinapabalik siya nitong si Ping Lacson sa Blue Ribbon Committee para mas maidetalyado pa yung mga naging pahayag niya sa affidavit. Paano nga makakabalik, madam? Ang pinupunto kasi dyan itong si Atty. Baligot, yung ginawa nila kay Gutesa. Hindi mo ba nabalitaan? Yung ginawa nila nga pag-detain sa kanya ng illegally, yung pananakot sa kanya, yung sa pamilya niya at sa mga kasamahan niya pang iba. Hindi mo talaga maiintindihan si Atty. Baligod, madam. Kung hindi mo napanood yung balitang yun, no? News anchor ka pa man din pero hindi mo alam. Paano mo nga na maintindihan si Atty. Baligod? Kung sakali man napanood mo yun, madam, natural. Ipaglalaban mo pa rin yung gusto mong ipaglaban kasi nga bias ka. Bias anchor ka.
Nakakalungkot at the same time na bakit natin isinurrender ang ating soberenya bilang isang bansa. So now the Philippines is, ganito na ba tayo ngayon na we are now ruled and governed by another set of law, even by a court that is not even a state by itself and we're no longer member of. Yun lang po.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, the thing that you were saying that former Senator Sonny Trillanes spoon-fed the witnesses and paid them with corruption money, that hasn't been proven, by the way. That's just an allegation. I just want to make that clear. Pangalawa, 6,000 deaths is still 6,000 deaths, sir. That is still a
Yeah.
lot. Kahit na i-compare mo pa po sa ibang periods of time.
Kahit isa nga lang, ma'am,
Yes, exactly.
ito na yun.
Yes, correct.
At ang sinasabi ko lang po, ang kaso ni Senior Ferdinand Marcos Sr. is similar to the case of President Duterte that was tried here.
Okay, but
Ngayon lang po ang point ko doon. Ibig sabihin, sana dito na lang. Ngayon, kay Sunny Trillanes, ang point ko lang po doon, there are allegations
This-
that Sunny Trillanes received 100 million pesos and spoon-fed the witnesses.
Yes.
Yun nga po so how will the ICC treat that now?
so those
Yun nga
are
po, if it was here,
Yeah.
then mas malinaw. Pwede mong patawag
Those-
si Sunny, pwede mong patawag yung mga yung mga sunda, yun lang po ang point ko, kaya sana dito ginawa.
right, but those are mere allegations which former Senator Trillanes has denied. Now,
Ma'am,
about your
teka lang,
question.
you're defending kasi Trillanes.
No, I'm
Yung
just
kaso
saying,
ni-
I'm just
May pagkakupalan talaga itong si Regina Lai, mga kababayan. Tignan nyo na naman itong isa niyang interview kaya Sir Greo, no? Talagang ayaw magpatalo. Partida interviewer pa niyan siya, ya. Pero nakikipag-away sa kanyang ini-interview. At halatang dinidepensahan niya ho dito si Trillanes. Iba talaga pag bayarang media, no, mga kababayan. Kahit mali na, ipagtatanggol mo pa. Pambihira tong interviewer na to. Mukhang may anger issue to, mga kababayan.
saying, iba yung allegations
Sana
of facts.
sana si Trillanes na nagsabi nun eh.
Yeah.
You're interviewing
No.
eh.
We have
Para
interviewed
maging
him.
patas.
We have
Yung kay
interviewed him.
President Duterte, allegations din yun eh.
Okay.
So dapat i-try dito. That's the point.
That's allegations with proof as collected by the human rights organizations.
Na-
Pero wait
na-
lang. Let me move on to the
Kasi-
next point.
No, you brought it there.
No, let
Sige,
me move on
diba?
to the next point. Ferdinand Marcos Sr. was in power 1965 to 1986. May ICC, may International Criminal Court, not back then, but the Philippines didn't ratify the Rome Statute until August 30, 2011. So that answers your question, why Ferdinand Marcos Sr. wasn't brought to the Hague, because we
what I'm
weren't part
saying
of the
is the
ICC then.
Philippines is capable of handling the very reason na ginagamit po ng mga nagpadala sa kanya sa Hague.
But
Ay, wala
during
nang
his
kapasidad ng
time,
Pilipinas. Ma'am, I thought it was an interview. Why are you asking for the opposition?
no, I'm not asking
Yun
for the
lang sa akin,
opposition.
yung mga
We,
Tama itong si Sir Greco. 'Di ba interview lamang 'yan? Bakit ganyan? Bakit ganyan ho itong si Regina Lai? Nagmumukha ho siya nga interrogator kahit than interviewer eh. Pag hindi niyo ho nakukuha yung sagot na gusto niya nga marinig kay Sir Greco, ang dami niya hong rebatal. Hindi ba? Napaghahalataan na ho ito nga news anchor na ito, no? Napaka-bias ho talaga niya. Dapat itong sa anchor na ito, hindi na paunlakan itong interview niya eh. Tignan nyo naman kasing ginagawa, wala ho siyang respeto sa mga ini-interview niya. Nag-interview ka pa, kung pag sumasagot sila, hindi mo gusto, ini-interrupt mo lagi yung sinasabi nila. Diba?
points ko, I don't know, dapat, bakit kayo sumasagot
Hindi
for
naman.
them?
Yeah, I'm not answering for them. I just want to be clear what's an allegation and what are facts. And to answer your question about the Rome Statute, we didn't ratify it until August 30, 2011. But let's bring it back to today's confirmation of charges hearing. So my question to you wasn't about the jurisdiction. It was about what you thought of Attorney Nicholas
what I
Kaufman's
thought.
defense.
That's what I thought, ma'am. I thought that all the questions and all the hearing and how it was going could have been done here. Yun din ang proseso, it was here.
Yes, and gusto niyo rin po bang mag-react doon sa revelation ni Senator Amy Marcos na may mga pera daw po na meron din na i-turn over sa ICC?
Yes,
Hindi
investigation?
ko pa
allegedly
nakikita
$2
yung mga
million.
allegations na yun. I'd rather see it before making any comment.
Any comment? Okay, sir.
Attorney Sal, kayo po. Yung about doon sa allegedly $2 million paid to the ICC investigators.
Nabasa ko yung affidavit nila, masyadong detalyado. Sobrang detalyado na hindi mo mapapasinungalingan. Nandun yung plate number, pati aeroplano, yung mukha ng mga ICC investigator. Kumpleto pangalan, binigay nila mga pangalan nila. At saka, at this time, dapat meron lang sinasabi si Saldico na hindi ko mga tao yan. Tapos, the other day pa yung press conference eh. And in fact, they are validating what Saldico was claiming to tungkol doon sa mga pera. So on the basis of that, mukhang totoo. Mahirap gumawa ng gano'n. Detalyado eh. Ano ba i-inventohin nyo? Pati yung mga maleta doon, pati yung mga bundles of pera, nandun lahat eh. Ang tanong dyan, anong gagawin ng gobyerno ito? If it's true na they are going after these plunderers. Sige nga. Nandiyan na ebidensya.
Nag-press con po kanina si Senator Amy showing
Okay,
yung...
paimbestigahan daw.
Opo,
Yes.
investigation.
Yan naman, si balat kayo lang yan. Ginagamit lang nila ng mga marino. Mas I'd rather focus on the marine. Sila ang tunay na magsasabi kung totoo hindi.
I'm not sure kung nasagot nyo na po. May application na po ba for you to become sa ICC as defense team, part of the defense team?
As far as I know, my own son, Paulo, has applied for my accreditation.
I see. So, meron po bang at araw, na-expect kayo na makakapasok at nadadalaw nyo na si dating Pangulong
Hindi namin
Duterte?
alam yun kasi may mga requirements, may process yan eh. So hindi namin alam how long it will take.
Ano na yung panaginip namin na makita siya. Just to have a glimpse.
Yes, when was the last time you've seen him?
Well,
The last time you
March
saw PRR?
15?
14.
No, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Ng last month?
No.
Last year?
Last year.
Last year.
Go 1 year na, sir.
Alright.
How do you feel, sir, that it's going to be 1 year na sa March 12 yung pag-surrender or pag-kidnap kay dating Pangulo dito sa kustodiya ng ICC?
Do I feel sad?
Sad for him, of course, as every Filipino.
Ako, I was here for 3 months. I was only supposed to stay for a week. It became 2 months, became 3 months. Ako, may nakikita ako mga tao, nakakalabas ako. Nakakapasyal ako, may mga nakakausap ako. Ano kung yung nag-iisa ka doon? Sa edad mong yan. Sa mga panahong ito, napaka-lamig.
So what's your greatest fear now for the former president? What's your greatest fear now for the former president?
Sal,
Ang greatest fear ko he passes away dito sa bansang ito, hindi sa atin. Sa edad niya yun marami siyang nararamdaman. Saka we don't even know kung this ICC is attending to his medical needs.
Okay tayo? Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Matagal.
Hindi namin inaatrasan yung kaso.
tinanong ko siya.
Yung kaso
ito ba
against him,
pinakamahirap ng crisis
whatever
sa
it is,
buhay?
hindi naman inaatrasan.
COVID ang pinaka-
Just bring him back home and we will address those cases
For an old man.
before a Philippine court. Sa ating sovereignty bilang isang independent state, that you try these cases in a foreign land, in a foreign tribunal, na may kakayahan naman yung korte ng Pilipinas to try these cases.
Yes, you were saying?
Yun.
Then, may functioning government tayo. Bakit kinukuha sa atin yung dapat natin gawin? Ano? Hindi natin alam anong gagawin natin. Diba?
Ang worst nun, yung gobyerno mismo nagko-cooperate dito sa ICC.
Parang medyo may kahinaan itong aming mga dito. Kaya bigay namin sa inyo. Ano yun? Decision niya yun. Ano, we cannot answer that at this point in time. You have to see that. At saka lawyer niya, ano na.
But since you're all lawyers, if you were to advise the former president, tama ba ang kanyang, well, although sabi nyo nga, hindi siya nadidiktahan sa gusto niya, pero kung kayo ho, ang tatanungin, is it better for him now na not to appear at all? in
If you're
all the
asking me,
hearings? Opo,
my
sir,
personal
sir.
opinion as a lawyer,
Opo.
mas magandang hindi siya mag-appear. Kasi hindi niya nare-recognize yung jurisdiction ng ICC.
Recognize yung
So
jurisdiction.
that's
It
precisely the
validates
reason.
and dignifies the jurisdiction of the ICC if he will appear before the ICC. Might not as well appear. He's bringing his fight right on the court, right before the court.
Same thing with you, Attorney Sal.
Ako, ang akin naman, kung ako siya, pupunta ako noon, I will question his jurisdiction. Tatalikod ako, kakawin ko yung mga kababayan, kaibigan, and then I will beg leave. Alis na ako. That's a good one.
ES.
That's a good one.
Ako from day one, sinabi niya sa akin, this is a sham proceedings. Yun lang ano niya. No? How do you expect me to participate here? I never thought that this would happen. Nandiyan na yan, kanya yan. Kung meron man yan.
So did you foresee this?
I'm sorry?
Did you foresee these things to happen? Like, did you ever imagine that it would reach up to the confirmation of charges?
We
Or
didn't
nung
even
una lang
foresee na you
naisip
would be arrested by this government.
Who would ever think na tao mo, palalayasin mo dito, patatangin mo sa ibang bansa para pahiya sa buong mundo na ito. Ano? Buong bayan na nagsasalita, masaya kami sa kanya. Umalis siya ng opisina, 83% ng approval rating. Nawala siya sa opisina, mas lalong tumaas ang kanyang approval rating. Ano ang pinagsasabi nila?
I'll put it in the words of the incumbent president. Who would ever think na babawiin niya yung sinabi niya in December of 2023 in a letter addressed to the Vice President that I will not cooperate in any way, and I do not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC and will not cooperate in any way, shape, or form. Who would ever think na babalik na rin niya yung sinabi niya?
Ako,
you knew it's
from
gonna
the very time na sinabi niya, alam kong babaliktad siya. Kasi the goal is to preserve his hold in power. Ang mga roadblock sa kanila, itong mag-amang Duterte. Plinano na nila yan from the very start. Kasi how can you explain? Sasabihin mo walang jurisdiction. Tapos sabihin mo, hindi, meron tayong obligation sa
Interpol.
Sa Interpol. Ay, Interpol is just a coordinating agency. Pinakiusapan lang ng ICC, pwede ba pakiaresto? Pero mga Interpol, nakiusap din sa gobyerno, pwede ba namin tulungan mo kami mag-aresto? Inaresto naman. O ano man tawag mo doon? Diplinano ng ever since.
And by the way, walang tao yung Interpol sa Pilipinas ha. At wala ring tao or law enforcement agency or division yung ICC. Kailangan talaga nila ng tulong sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas para ma-execute yung warrant of arrest.
So, sir,
And the only way to do that is for this government to cooperate with the ICC.
sirs, at this point, may prospects po ba kayo on whether the trial will proceed or wala pa po at this time?
Ako kasi from the very start, pag ikaw yung nag-assume ng jurisdiction, wala kang jurisdiction, at pagkatapos merong nag-question sa jurisdiction mo, tapos pending appeal, tapos siniset mo na for hearing, confirmation of charge, whatever you call it. Ano bang tawag doon? Ibig sabihin, tutuloy mo yan.
Tutuloy mo yan.
Pini-preempt mo at pini-prejudge mo na lahat. So hindi ako magtataka kung ganun ang mangyari.
Ganun ang ginagawa nilang I can't describe it. Draw your own conclusion.
That's kidnapping. Quote and quote. Alam niya.
Dineclare niya agad, sir, na
Dineclare niya. You want to see the video? I'll send it to you. In the raw. Ibig sabihin, he knows his law. And he knows his right as a citizen.
Sir, ano yung final sinabi para I'm not sure if mapapayag is the right term, but to...
If there's a common plan and you want that common plan to succeed, kahit na anong gusto mong sabihin na labag na sa batas, ay ganun talagang gagawin nila.
But sir,
Marcos
finally
admin, sir, ang may
nag-concede
common
siya,
plan.
Sir, diba, na he will go na lang.
Yeah, what made him
He was
concede?
literally like forced at binibig talaga siya papuntang aeroplano.
Ganun.
That's
Talagang
Talagang.
hinihila.
Proven yan, ma'am. Merong witness.
Sana, si E.S. Meldaldea was on the right side, I was on the left side. The first attempt of General Torre was kinakausap at hinihila, and eventually pumunta muna sa kabila, hinihila ako, buti na lang andun si Kitty. Sabi ni Kitty, huwag mong hawakan ang bugado, huwag mong hawakan ang bugado. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako kay Titi tungkol dun. But eventually, umatras si Torre. Binalikan si ES. Hinawak-hawakan si ES.
Kakasuhan nga daw eh.
Oh, hinawak-hawakan. Kaya,
Inusasan ka, ES?
hindi, sabi ni ES na wag mo akong hawakan. Siguro na yung pagkapulis niya natamaan. Sabi niya, you're now under arrest.
Alam mo, at that point in time, wala ka na magagawa.
Wala ka na magagawa.
Ilan lang kami sa loob. 7,000 pulis daw yung nagbabantay sa amin. Kaya dapat mag-surrender na si PRRD kasi maraming krimen nang nangyayari. Iisang tao lang naman yung huhulihin nila sa loob.
I'll tell you something pala.
Daming madamay.
Some details na hindi pa masyadong klaro. Siguro alam niya ito. Pero nung dumating ako, kasi umabol kami, no? I was surprised. By the way, the 3 doctors were also not allowed
Yes, opo, we were there.
to enter the plane and to see the former president sa NAIA. So when he was brought to the Villamor, umabol kami. Pagpasok ko doon, nauna pa yung doktor. Ini-examine na yung si former president. Ini-examine. But eventually, sabi nga, he was already under the custody. Inaresto na. Sabi ng doktor, and then she conferred with me. Attorney, kailangan sandalin sa ospital because of a medical emergency. So kinausap ko si Torre. Sabi na, may doktor tayo rito. Yung ganun. But the point there is, if you have a medical emergency, even if he's already arrested, you have to bring that person to the nearest hospital if need be. As in this case, and he would still be under the custody of the arresting officer. Pero dadalhin mo sa hospital. Pero ang plano nga, hindi na makakalabas sa Villamor. Doon natin nalaman na hindi talaga siya makakalabas, however way. Except into the plane and flown to The Hague.
Sir, itong mga human rights violation, yung question sa jurisdiction, would it have a merit? Would it matter sa ginagawang hearing ng confirmation of charges ngayon? Or
It's the case that is put up by the prosecution. Ibig sabihin, they carry the cases of the alleged victims. But I don't know how Attorney Kaufman will deal with that particular details, but that matter so far as the fact that he was forced to be brought here today.
okay.
Basically, it's still in line with the issue of jurisdiction.